it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set 50, plant. Watch the run, watch the run. Say. Kill. Tight dog. Bang. Hey, lock it. Get it.
Now their first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on. Check. Topper. Leo. Hey, watch it. Watch the ship. Hey.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey.
Who's that? Hey, check. Mike 50.
Go.
Let him know.
Go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at about the 14. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. Now the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Now. 180. We're good. 180.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
185.
Mike, he don't know no better.
From the 41, Carr got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Matt Breida becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 3, check 3. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 37. Check 37. Kill, kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Hard, hard. Check. Hey, Sam off. Fine.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke is going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On second down, a run with Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Down. 180. 53 at the mic. I got wide. Slam. Watch twist.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. They will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go!
Now!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Look, squeeze!
SOS, SOS.
Hey, Delta!
SOS, SOS.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go! 10 Lobo!
Mike, 50. Go, go, go.
Hey, Alpha!
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Left 3, left 3.
Go on, go on!
Begin. Watch the eye.
Hey, orbit!
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, I'm coming.
Deep river, deep river!
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Matt Breida ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Hey, exit. Go.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
16 yards. And the Broncos first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 36. Check 43. Check.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
150. Here we go. Mike's 50.
Hey!
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Rock it. Show, Jack Rester, go.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Haywood, go.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. And we have
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he fields it cleanly. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Lindsey. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's coming.
Hey, lock it.
Switch.
Leo.
A give, running right, Lindsey. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Okay, ready?
Mike's 50. I'm going back to you. Out. Switch. Joker. Watch that.
Hard. Fight.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Look at me. Zipper. Smooth. Bam. Bam.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check. Back. 49.
Squeeze.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey.
Ready.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
Check 4. Check 26. Check 26.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. White. He's checking.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready? Cut and flip.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Breida. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Denver.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 52. Hey, watch it.
Go out.
Watch the shit.
Rock it.
Watch the shit. Switch.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
I got you, son. Watch twist. Check.
Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the slant. Quick edge.
Go.
Check. Mike 50. You don't see me.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, These are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
180. 59. I don't even know why this team showed up. Rush in. OP. Rush in. Check nickel.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 37.
Five.
Kill. Like 50.
Lock now on 1st down. He'll get this one to Patrick.
Lock's pass. Complete to Tim Patrick. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Mike's 50. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Hey, box drop.
Check your hot read. Hey, Mike's 50. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Five.
Block now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
90 Wolf.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Check.
Leo.
Lock now on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check 24. Watch 24. Check. Slam.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Get it.
On third down, block. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike's 50. So we got man. No. Off. Hey, switch gears. SOS.
Down.
They'll go for it. It's locked. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
That's it, baby.
Tim Patrick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Matt Breida, 75 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards, the final tally. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alert 3.
Hey, Sam off.
Now locked again. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, high 7. Yep.
Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Look, squeeze.
10. Under 10.
Go on.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
My 50. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, Delta. Hey.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. You're out.
Mike 50, huh? Here I come.
Ready?
They look to throw. It's Locke. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Check 43. Check.
Look at me. Go. Hey, orbit.
Let's go.
Speed grip.
Locke going to go on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
6-6, pull it high.
He's coming. We got double up.
Leo.
Watch out.
Yo, back in.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos get a bit closer. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. Here's Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it,
He was brought down by Von Miller. 2 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I know you felt that one.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Down. 180. Mike, 44. Hey, here we go. That's it.
Carr to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On the ready.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
80 weapon. Hard. Shoot.
To throw is locked. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, exit. Go.
50, mark 50, mark 50. Hey, here I come.
Hey, Sam off. Bam.
Back to throw. Lock. This is the tight end, Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Ready.
50. Man, I got you.
Lock to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Complete to Antonio Callaway. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line. Tonight's final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think? Denver. We'll see how this